welcome back to my channel. So today's video is on this bronzed glowy look. So it is going to be full glam and I'm going to take you through every single step that I do to achieve this. First off, I'm going to prep the eyes with MAC Paint Pot Laying Low. Then I'm going to go in with a heap of different eyeshadows. These are completely all different ones. It's Makeup Geek, Atelier, Gorgeous. I haven't put any brands there because they're all just so different. So I'm going in with a synthetic brush and I'm using the gold glitter to cover the eyes. I've now got a big fluffy brush and I'm going in with the lightest brown transition shade just in the outer corners of the eyes. I'm using circular motions to make sure that I'm really buffing that colour in. Each time I go back into my palette, I'm going in with a darker brown. This way we're going to gradually build the colour and we're going to have no harsh lines. It's just a lot easier if you just keep blending back and forth and in circular motions, it's going to blend out so much better. I've now gone in with a smaller pointy brush with the darkest brown that I have and I'm just going in the outer corners and over in the crease of the eye. This is going to give the eye a bit more depth and dimension and it's going to give more shape to the eye as well. Majority of my clients want this look. It really helps to give them a really nice almond shape and it just really enhances the eye. I'm now going in with a highlighter that you will see me use later on. It's by Galactic and I'm just enhancing the colour on the centre of the eyelid. This is going to make the eyes pop a lot more and going to make them look a little bit bigger as well. Now going in with Inglot Black eyeliner, I'm just going to do small strokes on the base of the eyes and try and get that liner as close to the lashes as possible. You really need to make sure that you're getting into the lashes so then that way there's going to be no patches. If it's easier, you can also do this with black eyeshadow, as black eyeshadow is a lot more forgiving than gel liner. Now it's time for lashes using my favourite Model Rock lashes in Smoky Velvet and Duo Glue in the dark tone. Catherine already has false lashes on, but we just wanted to make them a little bit fuller and a little bit longer as well. So we thought we'll put on the Smoky Velvets over the top and then that can be a really big full glam effect. Now that the eyes are half complete, we can go in and clean up our mess underneath the eyes and also wipe off any other impurities that may be on the skin. I love doing the eyes first because that way we don't have to be too careful about making a mess and having to clean it up later. So at least we can all just wipe everything off now and we're good to go for our foundation. And as Napoleon Curtis says, it's a crime not to prime, so I'm using his Autopilot Primer. This is really nice and hydrating for the skin and it helps to create a barrier between the skin and the foundation. Next, I'm going in with the Makeup Forever HD foundation and the LA Girl Pro Coverage foundation. I'm using a big buffer brush to apply this. I like to really be able to buff the foundation into the skin. You don't want the foundation sitting on the skin, you want it to be really buffed in, so it's not going to look natural, but it's not going to look like you're a massive cake face either. Remember to get up into that hairline. We don't want any harsh lines in the hairline. Also go underneath the chin, also behind the ears and on the ears. Now time to conceal. So I'm going in with a synthetic brush. Synthetic brushes make it so much easier when you're using wet products. It just applies them a lot easier. So I'm going in like a V shape under the eye, making sure I'm going along the nose and down to the cheek as well. We don't just want to have a big white blob underneath the eye. And moving the concealer around like this is going to give it a little bit of a highlighting effect as well. And what I'm doing is I'm just making the nose look a little bit skinnier by pulling that concealer up to the sides of the nose. It's going to just make it look thinner automatically. The key to this all blending in though is to use your beauty blender or even a brush, but just to make sure that it really is blended. There is nothing worse than having harsh lines. So I've put the concealer down the bridge of the nose and the forehead and the chin as well, just so that the highlight is going to be all in the center of the face. We don't want it just under the eyes because it's going to look just way too unnatural. But I cannot stress to you enough that you just need to blend, blend, blend. This has to blend so flawlessly so that to the naked eye, you can't tell that there's really a difference. So because this look is full glam, I'm going to go in with some cream contouring. So this is just from Melissa Sassine, and I really wanted to find that cheekbone for her. So I want to make sure that it's not too harsh, but there's definitely definition there. So I go from the top of the ear down to the corner of the mouth, but I stop halfway. I'm also bronzing her forehead. This is going to give her a really natural sun-kissed look, and it's going to help to blend in with those cheekbones as well. So make sure when you're doing the forehead, you do really blend this in too and get right up into the hairline. Next is the nose contour, which everybody loves. Everybody's nose shape is different and needs to be contoured differently, but as you can see from Catherine's nose, I've just gone down the bridge of the nose just to make it a little bit skinnier and also cut it off around the tip of her nose and contoured a little bit underneath her bottom lip as well. Time for cream highlighting now, so just going up onto the cheekbone, and I'm making sure that I'm patting this in. Make sure that you don't swipe it when you're doing a cream highlight or a cream contour really. You really want to be patting it in. I'm also going into the bridge of the nose, the tip of the nose, and I'll also do a little bit on the inner corners of the eyes. This is going to make any type of highlighter that I put over the top pop even more. It's airbrushing time, so I've got those little pads over Catherine's eyes because I don't want the airbrushing to go onto her lashes. It's a real pain to try and get off. So far, this is the second layer of foundation going onto Catherine's skin, so it's definitely going to make it last a lot longer. I'm now contouring with the airbrushing as well. The more thin layers that you apply will give the makeup more intensity and more longevity. I want to brighten underneath Catherine's eyes, so I'm using the Kat Von D Peach Highlighting Powder. Before I do this, I need to smooth out underneath her eyes in case the concealer has creased, so I do that with the Beauty Blender, and then I'm free to go in with the powder and really pack that powder on. This is going to help when I'm doing under the eyes with the eyeshadow as well, because it's not going to make the eyeshadow or any fallout from the eyeshadow stick to the skin. And time for more contouring, as if you didn't think that there could be any more, but as I said, it needs to be in layers for it to last. Using this also helps to set the cream contouring that we did, so then that way it's not going to slide around the face at all. And it's also going to give it a little bit more definition. Because hey, everyone wants a defined cheekbone. Because this is a bronze look, I'm going in with an orangey blush, and I'm just going to pop that in the apples of the cheeks. We want it to blend in really seamlessly with the contour and the highlight, so there's no harsh lines. Now my favorite product, highlighter. This one is from Galactic and I got it when I was in America, and look at that glow. This highlighter is so intense. I actually don't own a highlighter that is like it. I've seen it advertised online, but I've never tried a Galactic highlighter. So girls, if you want something really intense, you need to get this highlighter. It's amazing. But once again, because it is so intense, you do have to blend it properly. I'm just going to go into the inner corners of the eyes. I'll also go down the bridge of the nose and the tip of the nose, and also on the lips as well. It's now time for under the eyes, so I'm pretty much replicating exactly what I did on the top of the eyes, but underneath. You want to make sure that you go in with the lighter colours and then gradually double up with the darker colours. With darker colours, you may get a little bit of fallout that happens under the eye. If so, make sure that you wipe it away with a big fluffy brush straight away. Just for instance, in this, there was a little bit that fell underneath, so I quickly got a brush and swiped it away straight away. If you leave it on the skin will heat up and it will stick to the foundation. There's nothing worse than spending so much time on your makeup and then at the end having all these big brown or black patches underneath. So the best way to avoid it is to get rid of it straight away. And having the powder under your eyes will prevent it as well. To make Catherine's eyes look bigger, I'm going in with a nude pencil from MAC and I'm putting it in her waterline. This is going to make the whites of her eyes look more white, and it's going to open her eyes up more as well. Now I'm ready to slay those brows of hers, so I'm going in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills eyebrow palette, and I've just gone in with medium brown and dark brown. So I like to create a line underneath the brow first. It doesn't have to be perfect. I will go back in and fix it up later. So just with a spoolie, I'm getting rid of any foundation that may be in the eyebrow hairs. Sometimes you feel like you need to fill in your eyebrows when really all you do is you have makeup on them. So make sure that you go in with the spoolie, get rid of all of the makeup on the eyebrows, and then you can go in and fill in from there. Make sure when you are doing your brows that you're using a lighter colour at the inner corner of the brows and a darker on the tail end of the brow. So now I'm going in and cleaning up with a concealer underneath the eyebrow. I really want to make that line nice and sharp. So I've just got a little bit of concealer on my brush and I've gone in and made sure that there is no excess bits that are hanging down. Also make sure that you do the tail of the eyebrow, that way it'll give it a really nice sharp line. I'm now going in and highlighting underneath the brow bone and also putting on some mascara on those bottom lashes, just because I want this to be a little bit more smoky. I've also gone in with the highlighter and I'm putting the highlighter just under the eye just to make it pop a little bit more. So now I'm using Oh Honey lip liner from MAC. I absolutely love this lip liner. It goes with so many different lip colors, and if I fill in the lips fully with the liner, I find that the lipstick lasts so much longer. I'm not going to pop lipstick on her today though. I'm going to use a pencil lip gloss. So I found this in America and it was the best product that I have found. It was $6 and it's a lip gloss but in a pencil form. It's by Kiko, and if you go online you'll be able to get it. This is in the shade 8. So now going in with Studio Fix powder, this is just to set everything. This is another form of foundation. So essentially, Catherine has had 3 layers of foundation on her face. It was a little bit dry, so I decided to go in with the Tatcha Luminous Dewy Mist. So that's going to give her a really nice glow. So there you have it, guys. I really hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up and make sure that you subscribe to my channel. If you would like more of these looks, please let me know so that I can keep creating them for you. Thank you for watching. It was really intense and really long, but I really appreciate it, and I can't wait to see you on my next video. Thanks. Bye.